and welcome back to my channel. So I was just about to sit down and carry on with this picture that I started last night, and I thought, well, why not just film it? I wasn't planning on doing a tutorial or a colour along or anything, so I thought I'd make it a colouring chat because I've not managed to film, so I thought I'd just sit down and do what I was going to do anyway, but I'll just talk to you at the same time. So I've had to put on quite a few artificial lights because it has gone quite dark and started snowing again about 10 minutes ago. So yeah, I'm dreading the walk out tomorrow. I did start this, like I said, last night. It took me around 2 hours. I was watching a film at the time, well, listening to a film, so that's why it did take me a little bit longer, but I did use Prismacolor. And if you are curious of the colours, I used the grey lavender, and I went over at the top a little bit with just lavender. That's just for the greyish shading, like grey purplish shading. And then the darkest one I used was henna, and then I used nectar, and then light peach. And I think I'm going to go over with another layer of light peach. Oh, and I did use as well, which is teeny tiny, the one that I'm using. I don't want to take it out of there, I'll have a look at the new one. Cream, just cream. And that's my teeny tiny one. I used a little bit of that for some of the highlights. I'm not 100% done with the skin yet, so I'll leave that there. I might end up going over the top a little bit in some areas with either just the Prismacolor white or the Derwent, what's it called now? I keep all my things handy here that I use more or less every day. But now that I want it, there it is. The Derwent drawing pencil in Chinese white. That's very, very good for blending out for skin tones, so I will keep that out to one side. Some of my pencils, look how tiny they're getting. That's a polychromos. I'm having to put my Caran d'Ache blender. I have got backups of that now, luckily. And there's another one as well. Which one's this? The pencil, the writing's come off, but it's PC 1032. I'm not too sure what that one is, to be honest. But yeah, they definitely my most used pencils. Some of them are teeny tiny. Where have I put my replacements? Am I on my last light peach? I had my replacements here because I've got two whites here as replacements, and that must be my last white peach, right? Light peach, not white peach. So I'm going to have to see if I can order some of them. So I will continue with the skin, just bring it up very slightly. It is a tiny bit patchy, I just want it to look as smooth as I possibly can. I'll try the Derwent one first and see how we get on. But yeah, I was going to just sit down here anyway and colour for an hour. Isabel has gone back to nursery. She went back yesterday because she's classed as a vulnerable child. She's gone back to nursery, but she's not there till the 3 o'clock that she's meant to be. I pick her up at 2:15 because her carer can't work until 3 o'clock because of her childcare needs, but I wasn't bothered. I just said yesterday when I dropped her off. But Evie, Rollo, as soon as I start, there's a pigeon in the back garden. That's why they're growling. Get in your bed. Rollo, bed. Evie, shut up. If I let you out there, what are you going to do? It's bigger than you. Stop it. I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so I was just happy that they said that she can come back. So she's there Monday to Friday. And I tell you what, it's half weird. It's weird that I can sit and have my dinner with either no TV on or normal TV, like the news or whatever. Because I've not had that in 4 years. Very, very strange. I've got my son home, but he's no bother. He's just doing his home learning and he sorts himself out. I just check when he's finished, and he says he's finished, I check over it, and once he's done for the day. He sort of looks after himself now. Thank you as well for the nice comments on the video that I persuaded him to do. I think he enjoyed doing it as much as he wouldn't admit it. I think he did enjoy doing it, and I found it a laugh. I think I'll do another one with him at some point. I'm not sure which. So at the moment it's 11:20. And I've come home. It took me about half an hour to walk home because the pathways, the pedestrian pathways, are awful. Awful. I don't feel as bad walking there because I've got the wheelchair to hold on to, and that's the other thing, she has got the wheelchair now, but the harnesses that goes over her chest to keep her upright isn't 100% correct at the moment. It does its job. She's just, if she's getting upset for whatever reason, she can lean forward when she shouldn't meant to be. So yeah, she got that on her birthday, which was the 23rd of December. So that was a nice present. Lewis thought that it was a Christmas present. He said, "Are you going to put a bow on it?" I said, it's not a present, lad, it's not a present. So I've got back, sorted out all the tea, prepped all the tea, done all that. I've recently just got a Switch. I had a Switch Lite, but I'm planning on getting rid of that to sort of counter the money that I spent on the Switch. But I did buy the Switch second hand. I got it at a really good price, and my husband bought me the Ring Fit game. That's the main reason that I wanted it. I've kept all my games, but I needed that game because I said I'm going to get back from nursery and I'm going to do, hopefully I'm going to build up to an hour. I've done half an hour yesterday morning and half an hour this morning because I've got to be really careful with my knee. It's bothering me now. But yeah, it's really fun, that game. It's really fun sort of exercise, and you'll probably be aware that we're back in lockdown again now, so I think it was probably the best time to go out and buy a sort of fitness game. I had the Wii game, but it's nowhere near as sensitive or as good as that Ring one. So yeah, I'm hoping to get up to an hour eventually, but we'll see. We'll see how my body reacts. I'm not on a diet, I'm on a cut down. I can't be doing my diets, especially because I like my drinks at the weekend as well. But I usually drink gin and slimline tonic, so it could be worse. And the occasional Guinness, which I know is really, really bad for you. So I'm not adding a lot here. I don't want to go overboard. I might have to go and let them dogs out in a minute so they can actually go in the back garden, see that there's a pigeon there, and then they'll run off and be quiet. Silly dogs. But apart from that, there's probably really nothing else new. We had a nice Christmas. We had my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law around, and I was drunk by about 7 o'clock because I'd been drinking. I went round to my dad's and then he offered me a drink, and I thought, sod it, it's Christmas. And Boxing Day I woke up with a terrible hangover, but it was a good day nonetheless, and the food turned out really, really nice. New Year's Eve, I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning playing poker with my husband and my son, and he wants to make that a regular thing now. He's going to put it on the calendar one Saturday each month. We'll do that like a family games night. He really enjoyed it, and it was nice to see him smile as well. And he and my husband only came up to bed at about 3:45 in the morning. So yeah, I went hungover on New Year's Day. I was really tired. I was tired because I had loads to do. You know, your generic housework, and then I had to cook a full roast again, as well as looking after Isabel. And then 2 snoozed in bed till nearly dinner time. So it's definitely my lying this Saturday. Damn it, if you watch it, it's my lying. So I'm going to leave the skin there for now, I think. The main reason that I chose this picture is for Kirsty's hashtag. It was the Jules one. Again, she's going to tell me off because I always forget it. But, where is it? Just to prove, I am trying to get better with using Instagram, and I've even written down some of the hashtags that I want to take part in this month. So I am checking this before I'm picking a page, so I can join as many as I possibly can. I've been working on a lot. Let me think. Usually I do these gold. I think I will just stick with gold. Which one was it? I think that short one. I think that might be goldenrod, but I could be orange. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. No, Spanish orange. That's darker. Just ignore me while I talk to myself for a minute. Just trying to find a nice gold shade. We've got jasmine, yellow ochre. Let's have a try of that one. yeah, I've been doing a lot of diamond painting as well recently. When I want to sit down and I can't just block colour, I find that really difficult to just leave a page just blocked with colour. I know that's silly. Or like mandalas, I really struggle with mandalas. Like repetitive over and over again, I really struggle at that. So, because I've started the diamond painting now, I'm finding it, if I'm not in the mood to do full shade, like spending hours and hours like I will on this one, I can do the diamond painting. I don't really have to think about what I'm doing. It's so super easy if you've done diamond painting, you know. You're just matching the drills of little diamonds to the matching symbols. So there's no really thought goes into it, and when I really can't be bothered, that's what I've been doing. But the other problem is that big one that I'm doing, it's Diamond Art Club, Hannah Lane, Off to the Ball. That's the big one I'm doing now at the moment. I'm probably about maybe a little over a quarter of the way through, and the further I'm getting up the canvas, I can't fit it on this desk, so I'm having to sit at the dining table, which was a whole issue in itself because I had to take the ornaments and stuff off the dining table and plug my little lamp in and unplug the lamp that was giving the most light to the room. So I've got to go out and buy a little extension, like block that you put in the wall so I can plug it in. But yeah, to cut the long story short, I've sorted it now. So I just take this mat, because it's a glass table that I've got for the dining table. I just take this extra large mouse mat, I think you call this, because it's a nice soft material, so just so my arms don't get cold. And I pop that on there and set all my drills and stuff up. And I will mention this in a diamond painting video, but I got these are, I don't know what you call them, you know when you pull the paper back, the plastic, so it doesn't keep folding over, and that should be on that one. Let me just move that. So I don't know if I've got the card handy. Where are you? If I can't find the card, I'll put a little thing over here with the name of the company, because I'm sure I had it. It was a cracking little card, and it had it was like a Ouija board. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So yeah, she sent that card with it. That card. It's all like alternate, like different, like creepy, that sort of thing. That's another card that came with it. Finest toilet roll dolls. But this is the one that I bought them from. Dark Diamond Painting. It was on Etsy, and these were, look how cool is that? They were really reasonable. I think that was about £4 or £4.50. And then this little skull of a bird, I think that was about £2.50. And then I got this extra large tray. I had a tray like this, but it didn't have the pourer, and I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand using it because of that. So I love this now because it's got the pourer. And this was about £4. And then I got a nice, I think it's beeswax, but it wasn't a nice heart. It was really nice. It didn't come with a tin. I had that tin separate. It was in a really nice heart. But then I put it down in here and just melted it down, like put it in hot water, just so it was easy for me to pull out, and that's working really well. But yeah, look how glittery that is. Support smaller businesses. So I'll just show that card again just in case anybody's interested. Very cool. There's all sorts on there that she's got, and I ordered it. It was dispatched that day and it was delivered the next day. I can't believe it. Yeah, but the only other thing, while I saw it, I forgot then. I was missing a colour in that painting that I'm doing now, and then I asked them to send the colour out that I was missing. They said they sent it out, then it got lost in the post, and then they sent another 2 out. I've got 2 of these now. So yesterday when I was doing it, I thought I'm not waiting anymore for it. So I used some of the drills that I had left over from previous diamond paintings, and lo and behold, and I spent probably about 2 hours on it yesterday, so there's no way I'm pulling all them off. And lo and behold, the postman came, and then them purple ones showed up, the lavender ones. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. But yeah, I'm not pulling them diamond the the drills off now, so they're staying as they are. So I've got purple spurs now. But yeah, I thought it's just my luck that. It is just my luck. The day that I choose to pick my own colour and it turns up. But what can you do? Yeah, that is quite a nice gold shade that, but I don't know if I'm going to use this or the mineral orange possibly. We'll see. I think it stopped snowing now. I'm really nervous that it snows or if it rains, because if it rains or snows over what we've already got on the floor outside, I'm not going to be able to leave the house. Not with that chair. But I think it's meant to be threatened for tonight. We live close to Manchester. It's not far from Manchester, the northwest, and my husband actually works in the centre of Manchester, and he actually messaged me about an hour ago that he might have to come home early today due to the snow. It's pretty bad though. I mean, it's not too bad here, it's just the ice on the pavements. But somebody told me, it was just before Christmas, oh, with all this global warming, you know, you're not going to see any snow, not like we used to. And I've thought, rubbish. I've seen more snow this past week and a half than probably the last 10 years. I don't remember how bad it's been. So whoever told me that was a liar. But yeah, apart from that, if you saw my finished pages from last month, you would have seen that I didn't do nearly as many. Obviously December is a busy month for everybody. But doing the diamond painting as well, that's taken up quite a bit of time. And probably nearly every night this week, with Thursday night, I've watched something Game of Thrones related on YouTube. Whether it be podcasts or talking about the prequel that's coming out next year. I'm mad for it again. Love it. I've been looking at statues and stuff, but my husband said to me, seriously Debbie, where are you going to put them? Well, I can't get any at the moment, I've got no room, but if I put shelves up at some point, then I'll be able to. So I hope everyone else had a nice Christmas, enjoyed you seeing New Year. If it was up to me, I probably would have been in bed by 11 o'clock, but the boys weren't having it. Yeah, they weren't having it. We was playing Game of Thrones Monopoly at first, but we soon got bored of that and switched over to poker at about 10 o'clock, I think it was. I think I'm going to make myself a nice hot drink in a minute. What time are we at? Yeah. And have some dinner. I think I'm going to have a tuna. I've got a leftover jacket potato from last night, so I think I'm going to have a tuna, sweet corn, jacket, and I've not got no, well, the only salad I've got is tomatoes. So with tomatoes then, shall I? I'm really happy with this skin though. I know it's looking quite muted out on camera, but in real life it is quite dark. Maybe if I switch the light off, switch this light off, is it going to show the true colour? That's a little bit better. She's got quite a grey undertone to her skin. I was thinking about doing alcohol markers on this, but this is the nice paper. This is the set of art from Mariola Budek, if I didn't mention. I don't think I mentioned that at the start. But I've binded this myself. I just recently did the Hannah Lynn book. I'll quickly show you, because I've put some plastic on it as well, which is the first time. Take no notice of my front cover. I'm not overly happy with that front cover. It's like a mixed media one. It was fun to do though, to be honest. It had glitter on it. But there's a piece of plastic over the top to protect that first page. So I've not done all of the images. This is not the simplified version, this is just the normal. So I've binded them all. And then my back cover was meant to be my front cover, and these stickers as well were gifted from Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven. She sent them to me for my birthday. And this was meant to be the front, and it turned out to be the back. And the plastic as well. But what can you do? Well, technically I could have it like that. But there's two front covers. See? So I just switched it, put it upside down like that. Yeah, but then plastic sheets are pretty handy. I've started using them quite a lot. I've used them on the back of this as well, just to protect the page behind as well. And because this page has got glossy accents on, it gives like a bump to the page, so putting the two pieces of plastic sheets to stop that from happening. So I shouldn't get bumps. That's what I was trying to say. I'm going to do this whole thing in this colour, I think. I won't come back and do a part 2 of this. I'm just going to finish this off camera in my own time. I might do a tutorial though for this skin tone. I've shown you the colours, and you know, it's just very light layers, blending between. So I think I'm not going to get away with that. I'm going to have to sharpen it now. So I wish I'd learned as well. I've completely took all the gel off my nails, and I've trimmed them down to barely nothing. That's why they look like this, because where I've had the acrylic on, and when I had them dead pretty nails, they've made me natural nails really thin, and they were bending, and I was catching on things and it was hurting. So I thought, you know, I've just cut them all off, and I'm going to start from the beginning. You can still see the indent where the acrylics were. So I'm not going to put any gel on, I'm just putting a hardener on every day, well, every evening. Hoping that helps. That bit needs to be done as well. I'm not going to do that inside. I'll do that inside bit, not the darkest bit. And go on to the other side. I'm just checking, making sure that it's matching. So I'm on the hunt at the minute for a new series to watch. Something that I don't have to fully pay attention to. I could have it on in the background and just sort of listen to it. I'll peer up every now and again and look what's on. But has anybody got any recommendations? So when I'm sat here in the evenings, I've been listening to Audible, listening to books. I've been enjoying that, but I fancy a new season. I just don't know what. So let's do this side. So I did all of this one. And these wrapping round as well. Have I gone over? I've gone over a bit. I shouldn't have done. I think I might make these like diamonds in between. I'm not sure. Did I do that in between? I did. Okay, so I thought I'd be more like come 12 o'clock I wouldn't know what to do with myself, but I was really busy yesterday morning sorting out clothes and wardrobes and, you know, just the new year thing, like going through your old stuff that doesn't fit me anymore, shoes that I don't wear because I can't wear heels anymore. Where would I wear heels anywhere at the moment? Yeah, so I was busy doing that yesterday, so it wasn't too bad. So come 9 o'clock last night I was ready for bed. I stopped up and did this, and hallelujah, Isabel slept through last night. We've not had that in weeks, I want to say months actually, but she slept through last night. And then when I dropped her off this morning, a carer said to me, "Oh, I didn't let her have a sleep, I am sorry," in the afternoon at nursery. "No thanks, carry on, do what you're doing with her, because I'd rather sleep at night than asleep in the day." Yeah, she was so tired last night. She sat in her chair and I was like helping her with the tea, and she was leaning to one side. She couldn't barely even keep her head up though, she was that tired. But as soon as we put her in bed, she rolled over and she was out of it then. So that was like 8 o'clock. So she slept through from 8 o'clock until I woke her up this morning at 7:15. And she looked like a little zombie as well. It was funny. So let's see how she gets on today. Oh, we tried her in a walker as well, which this session wasn't particularly good because she screamed for the whole time. Just a little bit of a back story. Something happened at nursery that I don't know entirely what happened because I weren't there. I'm not allowed in nursery at the moment with all the new wheels. But one of the physios went out and something's occurred, something's happened, and it's upset Isabel. And the carer did actually say to me that she had to leave the room because she got quite distressed as well as Isabel. So I still need to get to the bottom of what actually happened. But ever since that, whenever Isabel sees this physio, she screams the place down. She turns into a little devil. So we need to figure out what's happened. But we tried her in the walker, and because that certain person was there at the session, she just screamed for the full, I want to say, 40 minutes that we were there. So they've agreed to let me have it at home on a trial to see what she's like in it, because obviously when she's at home she's in her own environment. So I'm hoping that she was taking steps, but she was stamping a lot of the time because of how upset she was getting. So we couldn't really make out if it would be any good for her or not. So we'll see what happens when we start this trial, which is going to be another 3-4 weeks before it's going to get dropped off at home. So yeah, just watch this space. God help the dogs if she does end up using a walker in this house. Evie's going to have to learn to run a bit quicker. Yeah, like I said before, I think that's probably it. I think that's all of the updates. So I need to do this one underneath. That needs doing. That would have annoyed me. I'm hoping not to get to the end of the crown and go, oh, I've missed this bit, or I've missed that bit, because I always do that. And the dogs are at it again. There's not even nothing out there this time. Oh, I forgot to mention as well the response on was it the Kirby video that I did? And I just put rain over it. I'm glad everyone, well not everyone, but I'm glad that a lot of people enjoyed it. I listen to rain and stuff like when I can't sleep sometimes, so I thought it'd be a good idea, but then again, if you're falling asleep to my video, you're not watching it. There's a bit there that I've missed. But yeah, I think a lot of you enjoyed that one. I might have to see about doing one of them ones again. They're quite fun to do them because I don't necessarily have to sit here and talk. I can have my earbuds in and listen to a book and just be in my own little world, just making sure that the camera's in focus and that I'm pressing record when I need to. So let's move to these two bits here. I'll probably have to do the back as well. Let's give that another little sharpen. I'm going to leave the eye colour till last, I think. Oh, where's that other one? I did a gorgeous, gorgeous page. I don't say so myself. Which one was it? I just love how the hair turned out on this one. I used polychromos, I want to say, for nearly all of this. And then the Paul Rubens, you know, for the shiny bits. But I think that colour combo was only 3 colours. I was really pleased that turned out. To be fair, it probably took me about 5 or 6 hours to do that. It was mostly on the hair. Are you going to sit back in there? Yeah. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that hair. And I think I did actually share that one on Instagram. Right, so what have we got? Yeah, slightly different. They're not completely matching on both sides. I've been looking at I think it's Her Inspirations or Beauty Inspirations or something of the Mariola Budek. I'm liking, I think Claire did a review on the one that I'm thinking of. I think it was the Her one. And it looks like it'd be a bonny book. Get that printed out and binded together. Be a nice book, that. And this one. I've not been not on a no buy, but there's nothing that really has sparked my interest recently. And I said it in previous quite a few videos that I'm not about to keep buying things for haul videos. Number one, I haven't got the room, and number two, there's only so many hours in the day that I can actually sit here and use these things. And I do try and mix up my supply so I'm not using the same thing over and over again. Although Prismacolor is still my favourite. I'm trying to think of anything that I've got recently that has not been shown. I can't think off the top of my head. Oh! These are really good and worth mentioning. Where's the other one? These are I was in the market, I needed some because the other ones were fraying that I had. So I got the Caran d'Ache ones, the aqua brushes. And these are cracking little brushes. So you've got one that's quite big, and you've got a medium one, and you've got this one that's not a brush at all. It's like a sponge, like a hard sponge. And now, don't get me wrong, they were expensive. I think it was $14.95, I think, for them 3, so like £5 each. But you can definitely tell the difference in the quality. I've used them with the Caran d'Ache pencils, and I've used them with the Paul Rubens watercolour paints, I believe. Or it might have been the Neocolor 2s. I can't remember, but yeah, they're really nice. And they were just off Amazon. Surprise, surprise. I was talking to my mother-in-law, funnily enough, this morning. She's ordered Isabel a poncho for the wheelchair, you know, like for when it's raining and bad weather. And then she messaged me about 11:05. Apparently they've delivered that poncho, that parcel to your house at 10 to 11, Debbie. I said, well, if not, I said, I've had my TV on mute, I've been doing my exercise games, and I've not heard the door. So I don't know whether it's been lost or what, but I did order a HDMI cable and it came via Royal Mail. Well, it didn't come, it was meant to come via Royal Mail last week, and they said it was delivered. This was on Amazon, they said it was delivered. And it's not turned up. So I don't know what's going on with that at the minute. I'm trying my best as well not to order too much stuff, not unnecessary stuff, because I imagine that the post office and Amazon and everyone is quite busy at the moment. with everybody else. So I'm only really ordering things that I really need. I'm trying to limit it. These pearls, I'll colour a different colour. Just thinking of this jewellery that's hanging down. I might possibly do the jewellery in different colour gold, you know, to try and make them rose gold maybe, which I've never tried. So let's just make these matching. It was really nice yesterday as well, sitting down and having dinner and spending a little bit of time, just me and Lewis. And no Isabel. It was, he won't admit it. He's a teenager. It's going through that naughty stage. I hope he come across funny on camera, because he doesn't half make me laugh at home. He doesn't half annoy me most of the time, but he still makes me laugh. One of the comments as well that he said, quite dim colours. Overall, quite dim colours. I forgot to put like a caption over that. I thought, you cheeky sod. But he did comment on this skin this morning, because this was just left there on the side. He went, oh, that's nice, that mum. It looks dead smooth. So, I'm not finished yet though. It can be nice at times. His t-shirt came yesterday that I ordered like 6 weeks ago. That was meant to be, it was longer than that. It was probably about 10 weeks ago actually. It was meant to be for Christmas and it didn't turn up. So we got that yesterday. Some t-shirt from some YouTuber that he watches. No idea what. Changes his mind every 2 minutes who he likes on YouTube. So I don't think I'm even going to do any shading or anything on camera. This was just, I wanted to sit down and have a good ramble to you all. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze. You know what, when you feel the brink of a cold coming on, that's how I feel at the moment. There is a pharmacy literally 2 minutes walk from the nursery, so I think if I set off at 5-10 minutes early, I'm going to nip to the pharmacy and see if they've got, you know, cold and flu tablets, just to start it now, just in case. I'll get some Lemsip, which I don't actually like the taste of them, but if they make me feel a bit better, then I'll have it. That's part of the you know, you feel like you've got a bit of a tickle in your nose, and you're not coughing, but you're like, you feel a bit chesty. I feel like that. I think I went out in 4 layers this morning. I had a thin t-shirt on, then I had my shine down t-shirt on over that, and then I had like a tracksuit top, like a zip up one, like one of them velour ones, and then I had my big coat, and then I had my big scarf. I don't like wearing scarves though, because when you're walking you don't have to put your head up straight and it gives me neck ache. But it's too cold not to wear one. And then quite thick leggings on with like long socks to cover my knees up. I better look well this morning, and then have some Ugg boots. But you know what, as long as we're warm, I don't care. Well, what about this bit of the top here? I think we're probably going to have to do that in that same colour. Yeah, because I don't want them to be rose gold. They might have been diamantes or diamonds, but they're being gold now. I might change my mind later. I've had my heating on now for a week solid. I've not turned it off. I'm dreading the bill at the end of the month. That's what you might be able to hear there, the clicking. It's one of the radiators. Click, 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 click. Oh, one of my beta fish died. find it floating at the top. I don't know what's going on with that tank because I'm cleaning the filter. I'm checking the water as well. I just... no idea what's going on. When we move, I don't even know whether I'm going to take it or not. I do love it, and I love sitting there and watching them. But it just stresses me out sometimes because I can't fathom why fish die. And I spend money on them and I sit there and I don't bond with them because I'm not going to bond with the fish. But you know what I mean? Like, you really like them and you like watching them, and then when they die you get all upset. And I'm like, do I want to carry on doing that? Don't know. Do this little side. I'm going to leave this bit empty for now because I'm not sure what colours I'm going to do in there. But I think that's all I'm going to do for this little catch up, colouring chat. Definitely wasn't a colour along, but when I do go ahead and start the shading, I am going to go ahead and use the mineral orange and then this colour that I can't see the name of because I've already sharpened it out. PC 1032 possibly. I might go in with a dark brown. And then for the rose gold, I've no idea. I'm just going to have to do some testing on different paper and see what I can come up with. And hopefully I'll be able to get this finished off probably tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching this long rambly video. I hope that you're looking after yourself. You know, I know it's not fun times at the minute. Let's just all be positive and keep thinking that it's not going to last forever, and we'll be back to some sort of normality, whatever that may be, in the near future. So yeah, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.